Assalamualaikum and very good day to our panel, Mr. ADNAN AMINUDDIN and Madam NURULAINI ZAMHURY. Let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Muhammad HAFIZAN bin AKIL. With my partner is Muhammad Fikri bin ZAWAWI. We will present our research topic on online learning satisfaction among students of Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning at University Technology Malaysia Skudai, Johor, which is supervised by Mr. SYAHMIZAN AZMI. So now, we will proceed with our research background. According to SMART 2006, e-learning has exploded in popularity in recent years as technology has been more interwoven into training and education. As stated by Barber 2020, online learning is electronic learning environment in which, unlike conventional learning, there are no physical peers and complete freedom of time and location, unlike traditional learning. Roche and Lee Master 2006 say that student satisfaction with online course appear to be influenced by issues linked to the course design and delivery such as data, security and professor response time. Muzame 2020 found that many research in the field of online learning have highlighted the importance of the student satisfaction in relation to academic success. So I will pass to my partner to explain about problem statement.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and greetings to all panels and audience. My name is Muhammad Fikri bin ZAWAWI. I will explain about the problem statement. According to the Gillette Swan 2017, there are three main problems that the instructor needs to face to do online learning, which is the stability of the online platform, emotional control, and the assessment. Ngadi 2020 also stated that the platform used should be relevant according to the situation and the location of the students. This is because the availability of the internet connection among students might not be the same. Other than that, HAFIZAN 2021 stated that the government and public universities need to improve assessment or examination methods for teaching use online distance learning (ODL) to avoid the quality of university graduates being disputed by any party. The spread of COVID-19 virus surely impacts the learning, and this includes Malaysia. As you can see, the data shows the medium that often used in University Kebangsaan Malaysia in Figure 1, while Figure 2 shows the challenges of a conducive environment. By referring to the data, the Figure 1 shows that Google Meet and Microsoft Teams are the medium that is selected by the students to be used during online learning, and Figure 2 shows the statistics of challenges of a conducive environment which had to be faced by the students in UTM. This means that 115 students with 38.1% give the scale of 5, while 135 students equal to 44.7% select the scale of 4 and agree that the platform used in online learning is a challenge for them. Also, according to Shahir, the Deputy President of the Town and Country Planning Student Association, Perwibawa UTM, stated that most students need to use the university's tool that have been provided. While Irham, a student of Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning at UTM, mentioned that the programs of urban and regional planning is better taught face-to-face as they had to do such activities such as measuring building sites and reading the project plan. Now we go to the research question.
Now we move on the research question. The first research question is what is the level of online learning satisfaction among students? The second research question is what is the relationship of interaction between student and instructor and online learning satisfaction among students? The third research question is what is the relationship between course content and online learning satisfaction among students? The fourth research question is what is the relationship between technology quality and online learning satisfaction among students? And the last research question is what is the main determinant that influence online learning satisfaction among students? Now we move on the research objective.
To ensure that the study will be conducted properly, there are 5 research objectives that we analyze to successfully answer the research questions. The first research objective is to examine the level of online learning satisfaction among students. The second research objective is to identify the relationship of interaction between students and instructors and students' satisfaction in online learning. The third research objective is to identify the relationship between course content and student satisfaction in online learning. The fourth research objective is to identify the relationship between technology quality and student satisfaction in online learning. And the fifth research objective is to identify the main determinant that influence the student satisfaction in online learning. Now we proceed to the conceptual framework. The conceptual framework was developed in order to make better understanding about the online learning satisfaction among Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning students in University Technology Malaysia, Skudai, Johor. The conceptual framework shows the interconnection that influence the dependent variable, which is the online learning satisfaction among students, with three independent variables, that is the interaction of students and instructors, course content, and technology quality. Now we move to the research methodology. In this research methodology, I will explain about the research design, unit of analysis, population and sample size, sampling technique, measurement, data collection, and data analysis. The research design used a quantitative approach, and it is focuses on collecting and analyzing structured data. This research also applied the cross-sectional study design in order to evaluate the result. The primary data used by us to set the focus on the study in which the data were gathered from the respondents while using a set of administered questionnaires consisting of closed-ended questions. The next is unit analysis. This study focuses on the bachelor's degree students of Urban and Regional Planning, University Technology Malaysia, Skudai, Johor. Now we move to the population and the sample size. The population for the study involved 210 bachelor's degree students of Urban and Regional Planning, University Technology Malaysia, Skudai, Johor. Then, we used the RAW software site to calculate the recommended sample size, and the results show the minimum sample size, which is 137. We also adopted Roscoe's 1975 rule of thumb, which stated that a sample size of 30 to 500 is recommended in a research. However, to avoid the spread of the virus during current pandemic, we used 50% response rate that was proposed by Baruch and Holtham 2008. Hence, we collected 105 respondents. In sampling technique, we use non-probability sampling because the targeted population is the bachelor's degree students of Urban and Regional Planning from University Technology Malaysia, Skudai, Johor. This means that the sample targeted is non-random. The purposive sampling also used because it is time and cost effective. For the measurement, we use three types of scale, which is nominal scale to determine the subcategories of the population, ordinal scale to identify scale groups and classify items, and interval scale to measure a variable that can be chosen, such as a 5-point scale. In data collection, we provided bilingual questionnaire, which is in English and Malay. The questionnaire was created using Google Form, and it is distributed via social media, including WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, and Instagram. The questionnaire consists of 5 sections, includes Part A, that is demographic section, Part B, that is online learning satisfaction among students, Part C, which is the interaction between students and instructors, Part D, that is the course content, and Part E, which is the technology quality. The data analysis were carried out using SPSS version 25. We used the software to perform the descriptive analysis, Pearson correlation, and multiple regression of the variables. Now we move to the findings.
The first research objective is to examine the level of online learning satisfaction among students. Based on the result, it showed that the level of online learning satisfaction among students with the average mean score 4.06. Frequency for dependent variable are in average and height range according to the category of mean by Sekaran and Bogi 2016. The second research objective is to identify the relationship of interaction between student and instructor and online learning satisfaction among students. Based on the result, the value can be seen on the Pearson correlation. R value is 0.781, P value is 0.000, less than 0.05. The null hypothesis is rejected and H alternative is accepted. Therefore, there is a strong positive relationship of interaction between student and instructor and online learning satisfaction among students. The third research objective is to identify the relationship between course content and online learning satisfaction among students. Based on the result, the value can be seen on Pearson correlation. The R value is 769, P value is 0.000, less than 0.05. The null hypothesis is rejected and the H alternative is accepted. Therefore, there is a strong positive relationship between course content and online learning satisfaction among students. The fourth research objective is to identify the relationship between technology quality and online learning satisfaction among students. Based on the result, the value can be seen on the Pearson correlation. R value is 0.749, P value 0.000 less than 0.05. The null hypothesis is rejected and H alternative is accepted. Therefore, there is a strong positive relationship between technology quality and online learning satisfaction among students. The last research objective is to identify the main determinant that influence online learning satisfaction among students. Therefore, from these three independent variables, the researcher found the main determinant that influence online learning satisfaction among students was a course content, because the beta value under the standardized coefficient was 0.423, which the p-value is 0.000 less than 0.05. Now, we move to the research recommendation.
The first is recommendation based on the findings, which is implementation of blended learning. The blended learning can make the students able to adapt with the working environment when the learning was done face-to-face and create a capable workforce that is familiar with information technology. The engagement of the students in online learning also makes them interested with the content of the course, and it is more flexible and fun. The second is create suitable and creative online platform. Since the students study through online learning methods, the online platform used should be user-friendly. Platforms such as Microsoft Teams and Google Classroom are examples of suitable platform, as it has video connection, attendance checks, marking checks, and easy to interact with. For the recommendation for future research, we suggest that the adaptation of application of hybrid technique. The future study may involve mixed mode research in which surveys are given both online and offline to get numerous and thoughtful answers from the respondents. Also, the future researcher may focus on broader areas such as all the programs under the faculty or the whole student in UTM to analyze whether the findings are still the same or resulted different outcomes in time ahead. Now we move to research limitations. The first research limitation is the research design. We took the decision to conduct the study online due to the current pandemic. Hence, we set up a Google form for those who meet the survey's requirements and created the closed-ended questions form. This limits the thoughtful answers, as the closed-ended questions makes the respondents feel limited to make their own responses, unlike open-ended questions. The second is the data collection method. We use online platform and the feedback might be fast or slow response depending on the respondents. In this situation, the respondent is quite slow, as we cannot explain more details about the purpose of the research. Online methods also make the students being unwilling to respond, as they are afraid that this research contributes to scams, fraud, misuse data collection, and hidden agenda. To sum up, this research has discussed the factors that influence the online learning satisfaction among students of Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning in University Technology Malaysia, Skudai, Johor. Based on the findings, all independent variables have significant relationships with the dependent variable. Among all independent variables, the course content is the most influence factor that determines the online learning satisfaction among students. This study is important since during the COVID-19 pandemic, most colleges or universities need to implement online learning and need to identify the most dominant factors that satisfy the online learning. That's all from us. Thank you and have a good day.